Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. Before we continue, I need to go back to Ayah 4 because we need to correct something. Barakallahu fiqh to Sister Zuraida for seeing the mistake. So here, this word fa'atharna, okay, we put it as atharo. Okay, sorry, where's the fi'il? The fi'il is here, fa'atharna. And we put it as family one, atharo, okay? But as hamzah, tha, and ra, it's a different meaning. The meaning, when we say athar of the sahaba, like the statements of the sahaba, like if it's a statement of the Prophet, we say hadith, right? But if it's the sahaba, we say athar. So yes, this is to transmit, to relate, to narrate. So it's not this actually. This was Sister Bivi's one. So let's see, Sister Bivi, if it's not family one and Hamza Tharo, what else can it be?
Is this, you mean the root is wrong?
The root and the family is wrong.
Oh.
So
Can I see the word again?
Fa'atharna.
I give Saro, yeah.
Sarna.
Mm.
I got a Saro, Sawaro.
Yeah, I got Saro, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, so if it's family one, yes, obviously it's going to be Hamza Tharo. It's straightforward, right? But it's not. So what other families can it be? So,
Misa, is it? Or is it?
but let's figure out the
what?
family first.
Okay.
What is the family that definitely this is not family one because you're not the root letter we are getting is wrong, right? So it must be different family. So one of the
Family
letters
four.
here must be yes. So the Hamza is family 4, and then there's a missing root letter because the noon is for hunna, right? Now we have to figure out, is it waw ya and then saro, or waw ya in the middle of saro, or is it nakis basically?
I
Right?
think it's Ajwaf, is it?
So let's see, because we have difference of opinions, right? So let's work it out. So if it was waw, ta, and ra and family 4, it would have been Madi Maju, the Madi Mudhari would have been?
Ausara.
Yes, Saro. So no effect here for the misal. And then the Mudhari is?
Yusiru.
Yes. Okay, so, and definitely this is Fi'il Madi Hunna, right? So even if you go Ausaro, you would still see the wow there. So definitely not misal. Yes. So this one we will strike to also. If it was Sa, Wow, and Ra, family 4, it would have been
Asara. Yusiru.
yes, Asaro,
Yusiru.
Yusiru. Oops, sorry. Yusiru. And if it was Nakis, so Sa, Ra, Wow, or Ya, family 4, it would have been
Saro.
Asra.
yes,
Asra.
Asro.
Yusri.
Yusri. Okay. So if this is the the Madi Hunna version of Asro would have been
Asra.
Asrai.
Asrauna.
Sorry.
Asrauna or Asroina if it was
I always get that.
Yes. So cannot be this one, Sister Zarina. Because you would have seen the wow or ya here.
Yeah,
You wouldn't get asarna. You would see a sukun on the sa, and your wow and ya still can be seen before your yes. So definitely not this also. So this is it, but where did our alif went? Right?
It's deleted because when you go to Hunna, the Hunna, the Ra will get a sukun.
So the Hunna version is usually like this, and then
so two sukuns.
two sukuns. So that's why we get asarna. Yes.
Very good.
Okay. So
Could you just add the two sukuns back again, Sister Adila, and put like an arrow because
Okay, then
to
I'll do the
remember.
table. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's try to do this one. Let's try
Assalamualaikum.
to do
Someone
this
there?
one.
Yeah, leave it for us. Yeah, then we can see one.
Yes.
Inshallah.
Let's try through this one. Okay.
We got tricked by the letters.
Yes.
Yeah,
Subhanallah.
definitely. I was strict.
So, we do our Sarf Kabir.
Yeah.
So this is Huwa.
Wow.
Athara.
And then,
Athara.
and then,
Atharu.
and then,
Atharat.
and then,
Atharata.
yes, and then,
Athar. No, it has to be atha and then ra with the sukun and nun.
yes. So you put sukun on the raw, nun as usual. So you
Yeah.
have two
Tika is
sukuns.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So the alif gets deleted.
Yes, the alif gets
Leave
deleted.
it there, sister. Don't.
Yeah,
Sister,
I'm
leave
doing
it there.
here. I'm putting
Okay.
here.
Okay.
I'm putting it here. Yes. So it's like this, and then you delete the
So that we won't
oops.
forget.
And then you delete the alif. Okay, so you get this. Yeah,
Alhamdulillah.
should put the original
Yeah.
one first. Asa. Oops. Asa.
Maybe give a different color. Highlight it for us, sister.
The alif.
That row, that whole
On the left.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the South on the left, yeah.
Okay.
So that we will know that we have to take note of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay.
So the
So this
meaning
is
must have changed also.
yes. So the meaning we got the meaning right. Just that when we do Sarf, we just went for the
Wrong
for
one.
the yes, exactly.
The
Yeah.
obvious one, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Was
So
me. Oh.
so
When you
I mean
discover it,
even
sister?
I didn't realize I just follow you. Yes.
Subhanallah.
Happily
Oh,
give you the master also.
It was only when I was going through it to prepare,
Alhamdulillah.
and I went to,
Alhamdulillah.
how come, yeah, normal?
Yeah, it's not yes.
Alhamdulillah, yeah.
So just for completeness, what is the master for atharo yuthiru?
Itharan. Am I right?
Not run, but this is
Itharun.
ajwaf. Aqama yuqimu.
Tan.
Yes,
Iqamatan.
iqamatan. Yes. And then fahuwa
Fahuwa
sirun.
mu'sirun.
Not no
Oh, no,
Hamzah.
Hamza. Sorry. Mu'sirun. No.
Muthir.
Muthirun.
Yes.
Yes, the wow in the middle.
Yes.
Because
And
of the kasrah, is it? Is that why it's,
Yes,
yeah?
because of the
Okay.
kasrah becomes
For
ya here
isim
and becomes
fa'il.
ya here in the mutari also.
the
If it
master
is
doesn't have
maf'ul,
a ya, is it, Sister Adila? Sorry.
No, the master don't have.
Okay, it's
So
just
yes,
itharatan. Okay.
correct. If you follow your normal, it would have been islaman, right? So iswaron, but that's not the one that.
The wow changed to alif.
Yes,
So
exactly.
itharan.
And then
if
we
it
put a
is,
tamarbuta at the end.
if it is isim maf'ul, then it will be musaw. Is it? Oh, how does it?
If it's a mafu, then it would have been musa with an alif. The wow changed to alif.
Musa, oh,
Yes,
okay.
same
Alright.
here. Yusarun. Yusaru. Musarun. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So the wow and ya changes depending on what is before it.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Alhamdulillah.
We have to keep learning.
Yes. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay. Now for our ayah number 9. Continuing today. Yes, Sister Zarina.
Oh,
You first.
yeah. Is a half istifham.
Yes, it is. Half
Istifham.
istifham. And what's the status for it?
No status, is it?
Yes. So what do we say?
La
mahala.
La mahala mina i'rab.
Lahu minal i'rab. Yes.
Mina i'rab.
And then the fa.
The fa is a half ataf.
Fa is atifa.
Atifah.
And then,
And then the lam is nafia.
how do we know this is Nafia?
Ya'lamu.
Ya'lamu.
Yes,
Is
what
it?
kind of word is that?
It's a fi'l mudhari.
And what kind?
Marfu bi dhamma.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fa'il is a dhamir mustatir jawazan takdiruhu huwa.
Tadiruhu huwa.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Next one, Sister Zuraida. Iza.
Okay. Iza is a zaf zaman,
Mm-hmm.
and it is also shad.
Okay.
Mabni ala sukun, right?
Okay. So there's
Di-
actually two ways to do this. So let's do that first. So this is adatul shart.
Shad,
Mm-hmm. And mabni ala sukun.
sukun. And fi mahali nasab because it's zaf,
Yes.
right?
Fi mahali
Nasab,
nasab.
zaf
Because
zaman,
yes, ala azorfia
zaman.
zaman, yeah. So you don't have to
Okay.
repeat this. Mm-hmm. And
And
then,
then, yes, you want to say that Bagdaha thing?
yes,
Yes, okay. Jumlah Bagdaha is the shart.
is the shart.
Mhm.
You mean
No, it's not the shart.
this is the shart, right? This is adatu shart.
The shart.
Oh, you mean
I mean,
the
the
jumlah shart.
shart.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
but it is going to
Yeah.
be fi mahali since this is a zorf word.
في محل jar.
Yes,
Okay.
bilidafa.
بالإضافة.
Yes. Okay, everyone with us here, clear? If this is iza, that is shart. Anyone has a different i'rab on this? About the iza? No? Everyone agree with this? Okay, then we will do this and then we'll come back to do the second i'rab because it will change the way you translate where the sentence ends or where the sentence starts. Yeah, so we'll do this one first. Okay.
You mean there's another option?
Yes, there's another way to do the i'rab.
I love the way you said that.
Interesting.
I mean, there's
Sorry?
another option.
Another option. It's interesting. I mean, make
Yes.
you think, make you
Yes.
squeeze your brain.
Yes, exactly. Okay, but I think this is if you were to read the ayah in Arabic and just translate without thinking so much about other possibilities of Arab, I think this is the natural one that you would incline to translate it. This would be the natural one. Although I think the other one, if you think about the grammatical reasons, I think the other one is actually much stronger than this. Yes, okay. So we do
Okay.
this first. So we
Jumlah.
have a question. We have a fi'il, a fa'il. So basically we're starting a jumlah shart here, right? So this jumlah shart will be what?
Like you have a fa'il maf'ul is it? What's the
Busira?
Sorry?
The next word that is busira? No?
I mean, right. Here we have a
what
fi'il. What's the connection of this iza
Maf'ul?
onwards?
Maf'ul?
Yes, maf'ul to the ya'lamu. Ya'lamu needs a maf'ul or two maf'uls rather, right? So if you say that this is an adatu shart, so this whole jumlah shartiyah, so it's getting very long. For jumlah shartiyah, shartiyah is gonna be fi.
في محل
Mm-hmm.
نصب
Mm-hmm.
مفعول به.
Not just maf'ul bihi, but ya'lamu needs two.
Yeah.
Oh,
So there is the first maf'ul bihi.
Sada
Oh,
masada
Yes. Sadda, masadda.
مفعولين
Mm-hmm.
يعلم
Maf'ulai to
يعلم
ya'lamu.
The shadda is on the sin, right? Masada. Oh, is it on the dal?
The
Masada.
shadda is on the dal. Sadda.
Dal. Oh, okay.
Sadda,
Sadda,
masadda.
masada. Okay.
Yes.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Sorry. Since you use the word jumlah syartiyah, then this should be saddat
Saddat.
masadda.
Oh,
Yes. Okay. If this was like master muawwal as we usually do, then this is sadda masadda.
oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
So
Okay.
yes. So here,
Saddat
everyone with
also.
me right now?
Not sure why is
Completely
the
confused, but okay, never mind.
Okay.
yeah, we'll
We do
listen to
this
the
Maybe
recording.
you can explain that part again,
The
Sister
maf'ulai
Adila.
part
Yeah.
masad.
Okay.
How
So
did it become maf'ul?
okay. Basically,
Mm.
you are doing your Irab as usual, right? This part all okay. Fi'il fa'il, right?
Mhm.
But ya'lamu needs a maf'ul. Now you are
Yeah.
basically switching the sentence. You have a
Oh.
new sentence coming after ya'lamu. This
Mm.
new sentence, either onwards, as a jumlah syartiyah, have its own way to do i'rab,
Yes, yes.
right?
I got it.
Because
Mhm.
of that, okay, it's blocking ya'lamu from getting two maf'uls as per normal. You don't have a nasab ism here and another nasab ism after it, basically. So when you do i'rab, basically, there is a switch. Just thinking of it like if we have half of nasab and then we found our ism inna,
There's
but
a
we
break.
switch to khabar,
Yeah.
that is jumlah fi'liyah. So
Yeah.
we say there, right, what jumlah ba'daha is fi mahali khabar. It's actually the khabar of inna that we are finding next. So here, basically, either onwards is a jumlah shart. It's actually the maf'ul of ya'lamu that we should be finding next.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, but we are switching. So don't need to find that two maf'ul anymore because we're going to i'rab idha as a shart which has its own things to look for. We need to look for the jawabu shart later, all that. So no more thinking of these two maf'uls already.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So
All right.
this either also is one of the reason to stop the two maf'ul.
So the list that I gave you that day doesn't have a shartiyah as a reason to stop to maf'ul.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's something that I haven't learned because when you learn Arabic grammar like classically, right? So basically from a book like Alfiya or Qatanada or any of these Ajumiyah, right? They all talk about basically the same things, but sometimes other grammarians say a list of things that another grammarian never say the full list. So I don't know if Shartia is
One
in
of
any
them.
one list. Yes, the one that I was taught is not on that list. So I don't know if it's actually could be on the list. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
think the way you can look at it is because it is what you said. Sometimes we can't have a complete list, right? And then some grammarians do it in their own system. Another grammarian does it in another system. But what I like to see here is that Sister Adila used the word switch as opposed to break in chain when you see a jumlah ismiyah, right? Jumlah ismiyah, when there's a break in chain, you have your is coming in. But with the jumlah fi'liyah, you have this like switching, as she says it, right? And that's when we have this sort of case where you block something from taking two maf'uls. And there's even, we did one with three maf'uls, right? Recently, if I'm not
yes.
mistaken.
Yes.
That was also another block. And
Yes.
so that means as long as there's a switching, it's like a break and a change for JI. But this is in JF.
Yeah,
So you
that's
have
true.
to be more
That's
aware.
More
Yes.
aware.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So this is basically the full Iraq before we go to Iza onwards. Okay. Everyone with me now.
Yeah, inshallah.
Okay. Can?
So
So
that is a number 2.
that is number 2.
Oh,
That's
No,
the
number
one
2 is
here.
still not there.
Oh, number 2 still not here.
Okay.
Okay,
Number 2 still
Alhamdulillah.
not here. Okay. Number 2
Oh my.
still not here yet.
Oh, it's
Okay.
not the number 2.
No, this is
Oh.
all talking about Iza as shart, right? So we have a jumlah shart. We are just talking about what is this jumlah shart doing in this whole i'rab here.
What is the number 2 then? Is it the idafa? No.
No, number 2 as in what is the second role of Iza that could be
Yeah.
i'rab as, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we talk about
Oh.
later. I don't want to confuse you right now.
Yeah, I think so.
It's already number one already.
One
Yeah,
chapter.
number one a bit
Heavy.
confusing already. Yes. Okay. So yes. So this one we stick with this for now, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah.
Okay. Next one, Sister Hamisa, bu'thiro.
Bu'thira is fi'il madi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fi'il madi.
Yes. Maybe
Oh,
we do
no.
the Irab. I mean the Sarf
Oh,
first. That will
no.
help.
Which Madi?
No, it's not madi, sorry.
Which Madi?
Oh,
Let's do
it
Sarf.
has to be an isim.
No.
Yes.
No.
No, it's a fi'il, because it's four
Fi'il?
letters. You're on the
What
right
is
track.
sister?
Sorry. Yes. It's madi majhul.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. What's the Sarf?
Ba'ain sa.
What about the Ro?
Is it four letters?
It is 4 letters.
Yeah, okay, 4 letters.
Yes. So 4 letters, and this is 4 letters is obviously
But
also.
usually 4 letters it takes a pattern kan?
Yes,
Like
it does have a.
zalzala,
Mhm.
and so on. That means this one is ba'thar.
But this is fi'il madi majhul, you said, right?
No, I want to see the fi'il madi first.
Okay, let's do the fi'il madi first. So ba'thara, it's like zalzala, it's exactly the same family, and it is family 1, basically mujarrad for
Okay.
the 4 root letters. So
Okay,
fa'lala, yufa'lilu. Can you give me that?
Lala is ba'thara, ba'tharo,
Ba'thara. Mhm.
yufa lala. Yeah, you ba'thir.
Yes,
Ba'thiru.
yuba'thiru, yufa'lilu. And then the master is
There is
zalzalatan, basically. Right?
ba'tharatan.
Mm-hmm.
Zalzal.
Ba'tharatan.
Tan.
Do you have 2 masters for this? Hold on. Give me 1 second.
I only saw one.
Yeah, I saw one.
Is what's my 4? Rubai.
Oh, no.
Mhm. Yes, we have 2.
Oh.
So fa'lalatan is our zalzalatan. And then we also have fi'lalan.
Bi'tharan.
Yes.
I miss you. How do you do this?
Bi'tharan. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Fahuwa mufa'lilun.
Muba'thirun.
Yes. Mufa'lilun. Okay, so this is our normal one, the maklum part. So let's do the majhul one.
Oh.
So ba'saro is still the same UE pattern. So becomes
Bu'thiro.
that's our word here. Bu'thiro. And then the mudhari' majhul.
Yuba'tharu.
Yes. Yuba'tharu. Yes.
Ah.
And then here, our is a maf'ul.
It's the same, isn't it?
Ba'tharan.
Yes, just change kasra to fatha on the
I
ta.
see.
Yeah, so even though this is mujarrad, right? It sounds a bit like allama yu'allimu, right? Mu'allimun. It sounds a bit like that. This is mujarrad because there's no extra letters. Okay, so when you search for, or rather here in this one, okay, I put Q to just
4 letters.
just let us know that yes, this is
Quad.
yes, this is rubai. Okay, but it's still family 1. So if you were to search for ba'ain saro,
It's not there lah.
here. Okay, ba'saro here. Usually they give the version. Yeah. So this is basically the family 1. So they never put 1 because like family, like the mujarrad also. I mean the salasi also, they don't put 1 there, right? They put 2 here for the second family.
Yeah,
so
the
this
one.
is the 2Q, which is this one. Tafa'lala. So taba' saro, yataba' saru, taba' suran. Okay. So that is for the number 2, this one, Naba Atharoh. But here the first one is the one that we are looking at. Okay, it's number 1 is mujarrad. Okay,
Oh,
Can?
there's a ta. There's an extra ta, is it, for family
Two
two?
is
so yes, the number 2
Can we see the family one again?
from
Okay.
where? From my notes here?
Yeah.
Yes, this is family 1.
Mm. So
Okay.
the Hansur left out the second, what is it? The second masdala, they did not mention that. Okay.
Yes, because
Mm-mm.
like they usually don't do that also, right?
Mm.
For other sulasi also they don't do that. They don't
Ah,
mention.
okay.
Yes. Okay. So it is mujarrad, although it's a bit different lah. Because you have a dhamma here, which is usually not in our sulasi, right? So it
Mm.
sounds a bit like family 2, allama, yu'allimu, although not exactly also. Okay, but yeah, it's actually it kinds of rolls off the tongue basically.
Okay.
Okay,
Alhamdulillah. Yeah.
and then family 2 have extra ta, tafa'alala, and then family 3 have extra ain, if anlala, not in the Quran I think. And then we have family 4 here.
Extra ain.
This one extra last root letter got
Lam.
extra.
Okay.
So yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sure.
It's rare anyway, so don't.
Yeah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah, but because it's rare, we need to know. If not, we'll be going.
Yes.
yeah, we don't take the trouble to learn.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
Okay, so yes, this
Alhamdulillah.
is fi'il madi mabni lil majhul. Lil majhul. And then after that, what do we say? Mabni?
Alal fat.
Yes, mabni alal fat. Oops. And what would be our naibul fa'il?
Well, naibul fa'il is domir mustatir jawazan taqdiruhu huwa.
Yes. Wazan tiruhu. Sorry, naibul fa'il, not fa'il. Yes. Okay, Can?
Mhm.
Sister, whose turn is it? Is it Sister Sue? I haven't called you, right? Yes.
Me, I think.
You did the yes,
I have.
correct.
Yeah.
You give me 1 second.
Okay.
You have another option there, Sister BV.
Okay, yes, Sister Baby.
Okay. Ma is is a mausul, I think.
I'm here.
Yes. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. You'll do after
yeah,
this,
yeah.
inshallah.
Oh.
Sister Mausul.
It's a
Oops.
mausul fi mahalli rafa.
Why is it Rafa?
I think it's the naibul fa'il.
Yes, exactly. This is
Bu'thira ma fil kubur.
so we don't actually need this one. I just didn't wanna
Oh,
I didn't want to
Point.
give it away. Yes. Okay. Yes. So yes, this is our naibul fa'il, and of course it's a mausul needs a
Silatul mausul.
so wal
Wal
jumlah.
jumlah ba'dah.
Not
It's-
exactly jumlah, but
Yeah, it's a shibu jumlah.
shibu jumlah. Or shibu.
Shibu jumlah. Ba'dahu is silatul mausul la mahalla laha minal i'rab.
Yes. Silatul.
Sorry.
Yes. Oops. Minal
Alhamdulillah.
i'rab. Yes. And Sister Sue, fil kubur.
Fil kubur is jar wa majrur.
Yes. Jar wa majrur.
Muta'alliq.
What's the sign
Oh.
of the majrur?
Majrur is kubur. Oh,
Kuburi.
kuburi. Yeah.
So what's the sign? Yes, bil kasra, and the whole thing is muta'alliq to.
Muta'alliq tu.
Actually we don't need to mention that. Basically, this is our silah, right? So in the Iraq books, you might see muta'alliq bil silah mahzuf.
Mahzuf.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one we don't have to mention because we don't have really a muta'alliq. It is the silah. Okay. And what is the sarf for kubur?
Qaf.
Mm-hmm.
Ro.
Mm-hmm. Yes, family.
1.
Yes. And this is Nasoro family.
Kobaro.
Yes, Kobaro.
Yak. Nasoro is what? Yak.
Yansuru.
Yes.
Oh,
Who?
Yak Buru.
Yes. Master. Like Nasron also. So,
Kabron.
yes, Koberon. Bahwa.
Bahwa Ko Biron.
Kobirun. Yes.
Birun.
Kubur is singular or plural? You think?
It's
Kubur.
plural.
Jamak. Is it?
Yes, it is jamak. What is the mufrad
Mufrad.
version?
Qabr.
Covered.
Yes, it is cupboard, which is our master actually. Okay, so cupboard is the mufrad, jamak is kubur. Okay, oops, kubur. This is
There's
like
also
nafs and nufus. Did you
It's
find some more?
also
yeah,
mak-
then that well, I mean not the master, but it also has the daraba form as well, the same word.
Is it same? This one also same meaning?
Yeah, kabara.
Oh, sorry, kabaro, kabaro. Oh yes, it is. Yeah. So basically we have makbar also for the master. So master
Makbar.
Mimi. Yeah. Second one. Okay,
makabir.
both masters is belonging to both
Both
family lah.
family. I
Yes.
see. Why do
Okay.
they have that? Is there do you know any reason why they would have, you know?
Two different tribes for the same meaning.
Yeah.
I have a feeling it's either like the different clans, they kind of speak a bit of different. So maybe one clan, like the Quraysh clan, they like this one, and then another, don't know, another Bani likes the other one or use the other one more. I think so. It's something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Jazakallah.
So yes. So can we translate this ayah based on how we do the Irab? Sister Sue?
I will try. So it starts. Afala.
Say yes.
Sister Bashira is here as well.
Afala.
Mhm.
But is it? But something does he not do?
Okay. So you want to take the fa as part? Okay. But doesn't
Does he know?
No. Uh-huh.
But doesn't he know that when
That when
zero is
to be scattered, to burst out, zero. And then this is our naibul fa'il. Ma fil kubur.
the kubur first, eh? The
So
contents of the graves.
ma is
Whatever
whatever
in
is in the graves,
Graves.
zero will
Scattered.
Scattered.
burst or
be
scattered.
Will scatter.
scattered.
Will be scattered.
Yes. Okay. But doesn't but it's dot 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 because we haven't finished. We haven't find our
Or Jawabu Shad.
jawabul shad. Okay. Can inshallah.
Hmm.
Maybe we don't have. Yeah. Okay. Next one. Who's here again?
The next one you didn't say, Sister Rida?
Yes.
Sorry.
Sister, our
The second
The
option.
second one. No, it's not yet. Not yet. We'll come back.
You're not ready for it yet. Okay.
Yes. Not ready for it yet.
Fadilah, I have to exit now, inshallah. I'll listen
Okay.
to the recording, inshallah.
Okay. Inshallah.
Assalamualaikum, sisters. Jazakallah
Waalaikumsalam
khairan.
warahmatullah.
Yeah, see you next week. Take care, sisters.
Are you participating, Sister Bashira?
Just listening.
Just listening? Okay. So, we back to Sister Zuraida.
Yeah.
Yes, because Sister Zarina left. So you, yes.
Oh my
Wahusila.
goodness. Okay, Wahusila. Okay, the wow is half ataf.
Mm,
Oh, okay.
Ataf. And
And Husila is again majhul madin. Yeah.
فعل
Madin majhul mabni.
مبني للمجهول
mm,
and
مبني على الفتح. Yeah.
مبني على الفتح.
And just like the one before, our naibul fa'il will be
The next
the
one,
yes,
the ma. Okay.
ma.
Can we copy then?
Yeah, I think
Inshallah.
the whole sentence is ma'tuf.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's even easier because of the wow.
So this is naibul, and then fi sudur, basically the same thing, right?
Yeah, Jawa majrur. Yeah.
Jawa majrur bil kasrah. Okay. So the sarf of husila, please.
Sarf of husila. Hasala. Sorry, ha sad lam is family too because of the shadda. So is hasala yuhassilu aftah.
You have to
tahsilan
تحصيلا فهو
muhassilun.
Yes. And for sudur,
I didn't do that.
root letters.
The root sad, dal, and ra. Sad, dal, and ra. Which family one? Which family is it?
It is Nasara
so
also.
Oh, Sadara, Yasduru, and then the masdar would be Sudur.
Yes. Sudur is the master.
And Fahuwa is Sadirun.
Oh,
This is the same as the other one as well. It has the Daraba.
Two plans.
Yes, but this one, the difference is this sudur. Is it this sudur? Is this sudur? This sudur.
No, because that is family one, right?
Sorry?
Oh, I see. I don't know.
Because yes, you have master with this pattern, right? Like sujud, like dukhul, like sudur here. But this is actually plural or mufrad or jamak fi
The
sudur.
one in the context of this ayah, it is Jama.
Yes,
actually,
exactly.
the
So the mufrad
masdar
version is
Sadrun.
yes,
Sadrun,
sadr. Yeah.
Yeah,
And this is not the master, not
it's
like
not
just now.
It
Yes.
doesn't, yeah.
I just
And-
happen to share the same
Root
pattern.
letters.
Pattern and root
pattern,
letters. Yes. Okay.
What is
So-
that?
So Sadara
So
here.
sadr is basically jamid lah.
Jamid.
Yes. Okay, which is
The-
chest. Obviously the I do this for there is a verb version of this, but it doesn't actually mean chest. Here the sudur means chest, right? So the
that's
the verb
means
of sadara is, what does
to
it mean
go
again?
out, to step out. To
Yeah.
step out.
Step out.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
proceed.
Yeah, it's not
See,
really the chest. Yeah. Okay. So
But it's
yes,
not
sadar is actually jamid. You don't have to do this. This is just for our own practice. Okay. So this is still part of our shart, right? We haven't find our jawabul
Yeah.
shart still.
Yeah, we haven't.
Ma'tuf, this one.
Yes. So can we translate this, Mr. Zuraida? Might as well.
And what within the breast? What within the
Whatever.
breast is husila. How do we say? What's the hus?
Obtained.
Obtain.
Okay, all right, okay. And whatever is
obtain.
in the breast are obtained. Okay.
Okay. So haven't finished this. Still ... Okay. And then yes.
I
So
think is obtained because it's just whatever is in the breast is obtained.
whatever is not just one thing, right? So everything that is the breast.
What's the meaning of obtain?
No, but it is what normally it's is.
Obtained.
What is? We don't say what are.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Obtain.
Mm.
to
To
be
get,
to get, yes, to get.
to get,
Yeah.
to
So
know.
it's saying that
Mhm.
that day the
Or to-
graves will be scattered out, right?
Mm.
And whatever is in the chest will be obtained, will come out lah also.
Will be
Ah,
known.
Come out.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, come out.
You will get it. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Sister Hamisa, inna rabbahum.
Inna
Mhm.
half of nasab.
Yes, half of
nasab.
nasab.
Rabba is isim inna
So inna and
mansub bil fathah
mansub bil fathah
wa
and
hum domir mustatir
mustatir.
mustasil
Muttasil.
Mm.
fi mahali ja bil idafah
Yes, bil idafah. To one more, bihim,
bihim is ja wa majrur
jar wa majrur. And muta'alliq tu?
muta'alliq tu bil khabar
Yes, khabar inna.
inna.
Yes. Okay. Sister Bibi, is it back to you? Yauma
Yeah.
idhin.
This
Mm.
one.
Yes, this one.
I forgot.
The
Help me.
I
It's
like
mudah,
tanwin.
mudah.
Okay, Yauma
I
first.
forgot.
Yes, Yauma first.
Yauma is bihim yauma. Rabbahum bihim yauma is the, what is it doing here?
Zarf
Rabbahum. Yeah,
zaman.
zarf.
Yes,
But
it
what's
is
the role?
Zarf
It's still the
Zaman.
muta'alliq, is it? Yeah, it's zarf zaman.
It's what status? Yauma.
Nasab mansub bil fathah.
Yes, Mansub.
Mansub bil fathah.
Fathah. Yes.
Then
And
idin.
Is meaning, right?
Mm.
Okay. Is it
Is is.
mudaf ilayhi?
Yes, it is the
Mm.
mudaf ilahi of Yauma, right? So basically, Yauma is also a mudaf. Okay. And
Okay.
is again another ism zarf.
Yeah, so
And
it is some zarf zaman.
yeah, yes, usually is just is, right?
Yeah.
But why do we have a kasra here?
Yeah, that's the part I forgot.
The tanwin which represent the
Yes,
something that is before
Drop.
it tu. Yang not
a
say
whole
mahzuf.
sentence that is
Yes,
mahzuf.
yes,
Yes,
the whole
okay.
The one which is already informing about the day.
Yes,
Yes,
what the context is in the ayat. Yes, okay. So is ism zarf and it is also a mudaf.
Mudaf.
And it is mudaf to, and the jumlah, sorry, berjumlah
mahzuf.
al-mahzuf, al-mahzuf.
Represented by the tanwin.
Yes, substituted. Yes,
Iwat,
al-iwat.
right?
Yes,
Iwat,
anha
Okay.
bitanwin. Yes.
Now
Even
I'm-
I have to go back to my notes to do this i'rab.
No.
Yes.
Can I ask something?
Yes.
So Yauma Izin is two words.
Yes, it's actually yauma and iz. Okay.
And
Yauma
okay.
plus iz. Okay. Iz is like we did yesterday, right? Is antum jahilun yesterday, right? So is basically a zarf word, okay? And usually it has a
Mudaf
jumlah
ilaih.
as a mudaf ilahi, okay? But the mudaf ilahi is not there, and thus the is gets a kasra time. It is in these notes. Kinds of
Tizu kan
tanwin.
harfiah we translate is pada hari itu kan. Kan?
Yes.
Pada hari itu. So that hari itu is yaum. The hari itu
Why
tu,
is it
itu is
merged?
the one. The itu is the one that is missing. The jumlah
Yes,
that is missing.
exactly. Correct.
Ada hari itu, so the itu is missing. Oh yeah, okay.
Not
yeah.
missing, but the itu has a
Hazaf.
context. There's a context, okay? But yes, that what the context is missing. It's not said again, but it's all there. So this one, you can go back to this one here. Okay, so we have different kinds of tanween. For yauma izin, hina izin, that is actually a kasra time that is replacing a whole sentence. And that sentence is basically in the context. So on that day, what is that day? That day when the graves are scattered and whatever in the chest of obtained. That is what it
Yeah.
means by on that day. Okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
understood.
Okay. So the
There
tanween
any
is representing.
is this happen a lot of time in the Quran?
Oh
Is that-
yes,
Yeah,
I
Yes,
do.
you have a lot,
lot.
quite a lot of yauma
I
idin
see.
and hina idin. Yes.
So whenever
Yes.
whenever the Yawma Idin comes, that means something, it's referring to something before,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
A day
Yes.
which is
Correct.
already known.
It's from the context normally you can find out. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whenever you see yauma idin, you translate as on that day, but what that day is in the context. Okay. And of course,
Sometimes
this
the
is
Yawma it comes also, right? Sometimes there's a sentence before which already have Yawm,
Mm.
and then after that there's Yawma Idin comes. There is such
can't remember.
sentence, right?
Maybe I can't actually recall right now. Yeah, probably.
Because few ayat, maybe after few ayat, then the Yawma Idin comes, referring back to the Yawma which came few ayat
Probably.
before.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's possible.
Makes
Yeah.
sense lah.
So
Because I
Okay.
remember this when Sister Zuraida, we did Taqabun,
Mhm.
which Ustaz was Wasif, right? What's his name?
I see. Wow, mashallah. You can remember all the way back 6 years ago. Subhanallah.
Certain things.
Yes.
so basically, this
I'm
is going
lucky
to
I can
be
remember what I just drank before this.
this is going to be also muta'alliq bil
Okay.
khabarina. Okay,
But I
muta'alliq bil.
forgot the Iraab already. See?
Nah,
Oh,
well,
Yeah,
even
after that,
even for me, I
we-
still have to go back to my
Yeah.
notes. Yeah, it's a long
Yeah.
Arab. Yes. And last one here, Sister Su, la khabir.
Why is it
Ooh.
muta'alliq?
Because all Zorf Zaman, all Maf'ul Fihi is muta'alliq to something.
Oh,
Zorf cannot come alone.
it's like
Yeah.
Jawa Majrur.
Yes, Jar Majrur and Zorf, right? Don't come
Yeah.
alone. They must be muta'alliq to a fi'il or muta'alliq in this case, a khabar.
Mm-mm.
So this
So
one is muta'alliq too.
Khabar
Idafa.
inna. Because you have a inna here. So khabar inna.
Khabar.
Study your spelling on the in what in.
Oh,
What
if. Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
La khabir.
Mhm.
Okay. What lam is this? Lam
It comes with the inna. So this lam always comes with the inna.
muzahaqah.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Correct. Lam.
Is
Muzah-
the same with lam. What is another
Taukid?
Taukid.
Yes, it
Yeah.
is lam taukid, just that this is the technical name when it comes with inna.
Mhm.
Okay.
My ustad likes to say that originally that lam was at the beginning of the
Yes.
sentence, and then the inna came along, and you had to
And
move.
then
Yes.
Yeah, they don't like la and inna together.
Together.
So yes, they push the la and then becomes muzahlaqa to slip off the inna there.
I was just about to ask you the meaning.
Meaning, yes.
It's sliding.
Yes.
A sliding lam.
Sliding.
Okay, and of course, khabirun will be our.
Khabar.
Yes, it is the khabar inna. So it's what status?
Khabar inna would be au.
Yes. So
It's
I like that.
marfu bil
marfu bil doma.
dhamma. Yes, exactly. And this word, the sarf, please.
Oh dear.
La
Okay.
khabir. Okay. Baro.
Family.
Hold on.
One.
Yes. So
So it's Khobaro.
this is Karuma family.
Oh, Khoburo.
Yes.
Khoburo.
Oops. Khoburo.
Mm.
Yakhrub. Oh, Yakhrubu. Oh,
Buru.
Yakhburu.
Yes. Yakhburu.
Mm.
Nasron.
Khubron.
Nas.
Uh,
Khobron, not khubron.
Khobron.
Yes.
Khobron.
Bahwa
Khobron. Khobirun.
Khobirun or Khobirun. Karuma family. Karim or Karim.
Oh.
Fa'il or Fa'il. Can you hear the difference?
I love the way she says it. Okay. It sounds so Arabic, you know.
Is it Karim?
This is family one, kan?
This is family one, yes, but it is
It changes
Karuma
between.
family. Yes,
Oh.
Karuma family has a different ism fa'il. Only the ism fa'il is different. And Karuma family doesn't have a majhul, doesn't have a ism maf'ul.
Okay. So
Okay, because yes, Karuma family always talk about like traits and sifas. So big and
it's
far.
Khobirun.
Yes, so
Khabir.
khabir. Okay, so it is this word here, khabir. Yeah, or it can also be an ism sifa or ism mubalaghah also. It's all same pattern. Clear, inshallah? So, Sister Sue, one question for you. This is our last ayah, right? Just now we have a shart. So where is our jawabu shart?
Oh,
Here?
this sentence.
Yes, this whole sentence, okay? So I'm gonna put this just now, this number one that we do. I put this blue color, okay? And then I'm gonna put this. So here, the whole jumlah, basically, this whole jumlah, inna and its khabar will be jawabul shart to idha, which is ghayra jazim. So the khabar is also ghayra jazim, and it's la mahala laha min al i'rab. Okay? Oops.
What is
Yeah.
why Jazim?
It is not jazim. You have shart that makes the two fi'ils jazim, and you have shart that doesn't make the two fi'il jazm, right? So idha is the one that is ghayra jazm, doesn't make the fi'ils majzum. So you say it there and you say it here as well. Okay, so this is blue color to match that one. So if you say that idha is a jumlah
Right,
shart, then
okay.
this is your jawabu shart. Okay. So can you translate this for us, Sister Sue?
Indeed, Rabbahum, yeah, their Lord,
Dear Lord.
with them,
About them here.
About them.
Because you will see why.
on that,
Yawma idhin,
on that
Yes.
day.
on that day. Yes, on that day has a meaning, okay? The meaning is what we said just now. That the graves will be scattered and the whatever is in the chest will be obtained. That is that day. On that day. La khabir.
The Khabir is fully aware.
Yes, will be fully
Will be full.
aware.
Khabirun.
Okay, and I will put a question mark here because this will end the sentence of afala just now. Okay, afala here.
فلا
And-
يعلم.
Yes, so but doesn't he know that this happened? Okay, one second, and I'm gonna put this blue also. Okay, this is also blue, and whatever is in the breast is obtained.
Okay.
Okay, still dot dot dot, and then here, this is our jawabu syart. So this is also blue. This is the first way of doing the i'rab basically.
Okay.
Okay, now we
Alright.
can do the second way.
Uh-oh.
The second way is only there here. What? Anyone has any inkling of what the second way is? Maybe I give you a clue. If the jawabu syart, right, is inna, don't we need something there before inna as a jawabu syart? Remember that?
The shot? I don't know. Oh,
Oh yeah, this one, the Rabita or the
Yes, you
Wabita.
need a waqi'ah. Basically, you need a where
ah,
is my
okay.
syart? Here, jumlah syartiyah, right?
Uh-huh.
Unless it starts with a fi'il mudhari or fi'il madi, right? You don't need the
Don't
fa of
need.
waqi'ah, right? So inna
Mm.
usually need a a fa waqi'ah. Okay? So that is the clue. So the other basically the other way to i'rab idha is not shart, but what will be the other one? Here.
In
Afala.
replacement of
Yeah.
waqi'ah.
No,
No, this is the shart.
no, this is idha, right? Idha, shart. The one that we
Mhm.
just did just now, the i'rab.
Yeah.
Yes.
The other school say this
Mhm.
cannot be shart because you don't have fa in inna there. It's not fa inna rabbahum.
So it's not
Ah,
shart at all.
Yes, it's not shart at all. But what would it be?
Since it's zarf,
of
maybe it's
answer.
the muta'alliq.
Okay, mutalik to what? So number two,
Ya'lamu.
oh, must be different color. Let's put this pink color.
Pink. Okay.
Number two, it is also zorf. It's still zorf, right? Ida. It's zorf zaman.
Mm-hmm.
And what status will it be?
Nasab.
It still
Okay,
is nasab.
bimari nasab. But this one, you will see maybe there's a few ways of saying this. Mujarrad
Oh,
mean shart. Means it's free from shart.
Oh, I don't know what this.
oh,
There's a few
makna
ways. There's a few ways of saying. They don't say mujarrad.
and
Another way is
and it
I can't remember what's the word because I wasn't taught that. Okay, but okay. So this is
makna syad
muta'alliq to what?
is muta'alliq to the maf'ul ya'lamu. Yes.
Exactly. So that maf'ul is not there. Okay.
It's muqaddar.
So
Yeah.
muta'alliq to a maf'ul.
Mahzuf.
Yes, mahzuf. Okay. And obviously after whatever after it, wal jumlah still the same. Wal jumlah, wal jumlah ba'da would be fi mahali jar.
Not bil idafah.
Yes, because it's still idha. The only difference is one is shart, one is not shart. Okay. And then the difference in meaning is there is a maf'ul that's not there. Okay. So basically the translation is like pink color, but doesn't he know
Whatever is in the grave, is
the
it?
day
Oh, the day. Why
when?
the day?
That's the
it's
maf'ul
like,
that's not there.
okay.
When
Oh,
whatever
What doesn't
is,
he know? He doesn't know the
the
day.
day is the muqaddar there.
yes, the mahzuf one.
Muqaddar.
Yes,
Implied.
will be
Mm.
scattered. And they leave it as muta'alliq bil mahzuf, maf'ul mahzuf because we don't know what is missing. As in, is it just yaum or al-yaum, basically, right? If it's yaum, then idha onwards would be the sifa. If it's al-yaum, then it would be the hal of that. So they just leave it as muta'alliq bil maf'ul mahzuf. Okay?
Okay. Because the one that I was having here, it says that, does he not know that I, Allah, will punish him? if he messes up everything
Oh,
on
that
that
one.
day. No, that's another.
I see.
So Ana will be the first one, and then apa tu? He will punish.
Okay, I'm gonna not. I'm gonna leave that out because there is like
it's a
even more.
different.
There's like one more step. This one is just one word missing. The what do you not know? The day
day
that
when
when this happens exactly, and then it's still dot dot dot. No, it's still dot dot dot. Hold on. What? Afala. Yeah, it's still dot dot
That
dot
means
because. Mm-hmm.
sorry, Sis Adila.
Yes.
That means when we treat Iza as the
Shart. Or not shart.
maf'ul that is mafzuf,
Uh-huh.
that means ya'lamu will have two maf'ul. One is the day, which is mafzuf. Then the other one is whatever happened after it.
Maybe it could be, or basically the iza onwards is like the sifa of
It's
the
one.
maf'ul that is not there.
Okay.
Understand? This one here, this part. Maybe if the word is there, this part could be a sifa of this word, or could be a hal of this word.
Okay.
So they don't discuss that. They just say this is muta'alliq to this word.
The day. Okay.
Yes, exactly. Okay, Sis Hamisa, did I answer your question?
I know, but if we didn't take note of that one, I think it will be knowledge missing.
Anyway, this one is from which Iraab book?
This one is the blue one is in Mufassal. I
Yeah.
think Mufassal does say the second one also, I think. The second one is in I think is in both Jadwal and one. I think Tafsir gives like 4 Irab, I think. This is
Tafsir.
one of it. Yeah. Jadwal has the pink one.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So if this is just not shart, right? Basically, this part is the same, right? It's still maktuf to that part. I'm gonna put it pink color still. Still maktuf to that. And then this part basically is the same, just that this is no more your jawabul shart. This is just a normal istinaf,
Sentence.
yeah. Just a different sentence. And the only difference is this one ends here. The question ends here. Okay. Doesn't he know this? Doesn't he know the day when whatever is in the graves will be scattered and whatever is in the breast is obtained? The question ends here. Okay. And then this one, the translation is the same, just that for this one, the question ends here. This one, the question just not already end. So this is just a normal sentence. Yes. Okay. If you look at the translations, you will see Mohsin Han translate it this way, and Abdul Halim translate it this way. Okay? Can?
One is a question and one is a sentence.
Both has question, just that one ends the question here on ayat 10. Okay? This one ends the sentence right at the end, because they take the iza as shart here. Afala ya'lamu. Right? So the whole iza and the jawab is the sadda masadda to ya'lamu. Remember that? So if you take the first one, then this question ends right all the way at the end of the surah. Here.
Shart with the jawab. Okay.
Yes, together with the jawab. Where is it? Yes, here. Okay, so the pink one doesn't have anything here. No pink Arab here, only blue. Okay, the pink one just affects this one here.
The second option.
Yes.
Okay.
Clear? Can? Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Any questions? No? So, alhamdulillah, you should check out the translations. Obviously, they probably use different words than I did. Yeah, but basically you can see their question marks is one is here for Mohsin Han, and Abdul Halim's question mark ends here all the way at the end. Okay, but both Iraab is the same and the understanding is still the same. The understanding is still the same. Okay, there's no like different understanding when you put the question here or when you put the question there. Okay, can? Inshallah.
InsyaAllah.
Okay, sorry for taking extra time.
No problem.
Okay.
Not
No
much.
problem.
Not much. Not much extra. I usually take
Alhamdulillah.
like 20 minutes
A lot of
extra.
explanations.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
There's a
Jazakallah.
lot of explanations. Yes.
Inshallah.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah.
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 See you tomorrow, inshallah, for Surah Yusuf.
Inshallah.
Subhanakallahumma bihamdika la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilaik. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
جزاك الله
جزاك
خيرا
الله خير.
Sister Adila.
Wa iyyakum.
Barakallahu fikum.